Hey guys, it's Bella and welcome to my channel. So for today's video I have my plan with me for last week, which was the week of the 1st to the 7th, and I'm using this kit from Crest Press which is called Bonfire Nights, and this is in her old Essentials format on glossy paper. I did purchase this during Black Friday, and I do apologize for not having planned these up lately. I know I'm a little bit behind with my weekly spreads, so do let me know if you would like to see the two spreads that I need to catch up on, or if I should just plan them in my own time, because I know obviously they're quite old at this point, because they were like 2 weeks in February. So yeah, just let me know about that. And also let me know if you prefer these videos going up on Thursdays or Fridays, which is what I have been doing recently, or if you would prefer to watch these earlier in the week, and I can try and sort of fix my uploading schedule to suit that. But yes, as always, just planning in my Penny Pages A5 wide coil, and I do have the sidebar, the washi, and the date covers down. So yeah, so starting off on Monday, I put the full box down the bottom, and I did use the fashion girls that came in the kit. And then I did use one of the extra fashion girls on my sidebar. So yeah, just putting in the glitter headers. And because this kit does come with 4 different colors, I did my little sort of pattern that I do. And I found it easier to do it like each day at a time rather than trying to do it all at once. So that is why I am not putting all my glitter headers down at once. Yes, so starting off on Monday, Monday was a public holiday. It was Labor Day in my state, so I did mark that down with a piece of washi, and then I did use the little house icon and the Labor Day script, which is from Arctic Paper Studio. So, yes, which we had originally planned on going to yoga in the morning and sort of doing a few things that day, but unfortunately this past week it was just super rainy for most of the week, and that day especially, like, we were supposed to get up early to go to yoga, and we would have to commute there because it was at a different like studio, and yeah, it just started raining and we were in bed, and I think both of us hadn't really slept very well the night before. Like, my mother and I hadn't really slept well the night before, so neither of us were too keen to go, and the class ended up getting cancelled by the instructor anyway, so we just sort of had a lazy morning and just chilled out for most of the day. So yeah, the little cloud icon is from Paper Milk to mark in that we had a rainy day, and then the little sleeping mask is from the GP Studio, which I'm very happy to announce that Gabby will be reopening her shop, which was super exciting to find out. She did make a post on, I think, her Instagram, her Facebook group, and on her website. I think she might have updated the message that was on there, because previously she was unsure whether she would be reopening or not. So yeah, I just thought I would give you an update, because I know I had mentioned this in previous videos, because I do use her stickers quite a bit, because she is a local to me shop. So yeah. Then I just marked in that Mum and I went and did a grocery run. So yeah, because I think at that point it had stopped raining, or like there was like a nice little gap where it wasn't raining, so we were like, okay, quickly before it starts to rain again, let's go and quickly do a grocery run, because I think we needed to buy like things for lunches and dinners and whatnot mainly. So yeah, we did that, and then in the afternoon, ATEEZ, which is a K-pop group, they had their comeback that day, which I actually really enjoyed. So I definitely want to possibly purchase their album. We'll see, because I have, I think, 3 or 4 different albums that I want to purchase. So it just depends on if they're available when I go to the K-pop store in the city, and when I can go to the K-pop store in the city, because I haven't been to the city in a while. So yeah, I don't know. I will possibly buy that album. We will see. So yeah, that Maru sticker is from Paper Milk, and then at the end of the day I just marked in binge watching Lucifer with my mum, because we have officially caught up on all the episodes, so we're now ready for when season 5B is released by Netflix. And then I do know that I don't know if they've finished season 6 or they're still filming it, but I know that that is in the works as well. So yeah, and that little binge icon is from Beautiful Planning, which is a not K-pop, what am I trying to say? Which is a printable shop. I don't know what I was trying to say. I think I thought of one thing and said the other. Anyways, yeah, which is a printable shop. So, yes. And then moving on to Tuesday and Wednesday, I used one of the scene boxes, because this kit did come with like 2 different scenes. So I used this one with the little caravan and like the bonfire and whatnot, which I just thought was very, very pretty. And I did also add in the glitter headers as well. So moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked in was Pilates because my mum had Tuesday off because she was working that weekend. Because usually when she works a weekend, she'll have the Monday of the start of that week off. But because Monday was Labor Day, she also got the Tuesday off. So we were able to sort of spend the day together. We went to Pilates. And it was easy to get it sort of like out of the way in the morning rather than go at nighttime, especially with the weather and everything that was going on this week. Although Tuesday, I think it didn't rain, or it was fine weather until the evening, I think. So yes, so we went to Pilates in the morning, and then I had my driving lesson, which this week was a better week than previous weeks, and the week that I'm currently doing this voiceover was also a very good week for my driving lesson. So I think I'm getting there, and I just have to be patient with myself and be a bit more confident. So that car icon is from the sticker party, the Pilates girl is from 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚗𝚏𝚜, and then the bin icon is from the GP Studio because they did also have to bring in the bins. And then at the bottom, I'm marking in mailing my Apple Watch because basically the week before I had accidentally dropped my Apple Watch and I cracked the screen, which was just a pain. And oh my god, I felt so bad. Like, you ever just have something accidentally happen, and it doesn't matter that you didn't do it on purpose, you just feel like so guilty and like, I don't know, you feel really strange about it because I get that all the time. I don't know, it might just be like an anxious thing, like an anxiety thing, but I don't know, I was freaking out about it. But and because it happened on Thursday, I had to go to Apple on Friday to see what could be done, because I thought that maybe I could just take it there and they could mail it in from the Apple store, but they said it's easier to do it like on your own because they have to wait for like a certain quota of things to be sent, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyways, so then I had to speak to the Apple support on the Saturday, and then they sent me like the label and everything, but then because Monday was a public holiday, I couldn't send it until Tuesday. So Tuesday I mailed off my watch to be repaired, which everything went fine, and they received it this past Tuesday, and I paid for it to be fixed yesterday, and it's been fixed. So now, as of today, I've received the tracking number for it to be shipped back to me. So yes, kind of a stressful situation, but I could have bought a new one, which is what a lot of the Apple support were like, well, you could buy a new one, but because it was a gift, I just didn't feel right doing that, so I just paid the money for it to be fixed, and I will make sure to keep it in a different spot. I'll probably keep it in my room because my room has carpet, so if it falls on the carpet, it's not going to smash. And then at the bottom, I marked in that Very Very, which is a K-pop group, had their comeback that day as well, which they released a little single album, so it only had 2 songs, but I really enjoyed both of them. So that was Tuesday. And then moving on to Wednesday, I had a lazy day. So that lazy day sticker is from the GP Studio. I think I was dealing with some low energy this week as well, which might have just been from the weather, but I think I was also just a little bit stressed about a lot of things, as I always am. And then I marked in editing my February monthly plan with me, which I think that day I did like the voiceover and sort of the editing portion. And then I received Happy Mail from Fox and Cactus, which is why I'm back to using my Pilates girls, because that was in my order. And I did also order some like shop owner items and like a hair washing sheet as well. So I was very excited about that order. And I'm hoping to have a whole video up soon. I am just waiting because I want to include a printable kit. So I want to include that, and then I can post the haul. Yes, and then again we had another rainy day. So that Maru again is from Paper Milk. I just love being able to use those stickers because I did receive them the week prior when I received my sort of US box, I guess. And then that day I also just marked in having a sore back, and that character is from Starlight Paper Studio. Because I think I might have just like made a weird movement in Pilates the day before, or just did something funky with my back. I don't know, slept funny or something. I don't know, but my back was quite sore in the afternoon. I also don't drink enough water, so it could also just be that, because I know sometimes when you don't drink water, you get pains in your back. But anyways, so that was Wednesday. And then moving on to Thursday, I put my full box at the top. So Thursday, the main thing of the day was that I had my sort of monthly allergy appointment where I just have to get my injections for desensitization, which I'm almost done. I think I only have like 3 more sessions left because I'm supposed to be done, I think, the end of June or beginning of July, something like that. So yes, very excited to be almost done, and it's definitely helped with my allergies because I'm quite allergic to grass and also to dust mites, which having carpet is kind of a bad thing, but hopefully when we can move to a house that doesn't have carpet, fingers crossed. But yeah, so that was the main event, and then I did go to light therapy that day because my dad took me to my appointments, so I was able to go to light therapy. And then what else did I mark? And then I marked in pre-uploading my plan with me, which I wrote this on like a blue washi strip, so you can't really see what I wrote, but I used the laptop from the kit because I do pre-upload my videos, like I upload them and sort of put the thumbnail, put all the tags, do all that stuff, kind of fill out as much of the description as I can and whatnot, and just private it because the automated subtitles from YouTube sometimes take a while to generate, and I like to have my videos with subtitles, captions, whatever you want to call them, for anyone who may need them, because I'm someone who watches almost everything with subtitles if they are available. So yeah. And then usually after I will update the sort of description if I need anything else to be added to it, and then update the captions because the auto-generated captions do have errors, so I do try to fix those. But yeah, I think at this point, because I had uploaded them in the pre-uploaded this video in the afternoon, I didn't end up like fixing the subtitles until the Friday morning, which is why sometimes my videos will go up on Fridays. Well, most of the time my videos go up on Fridays, but yeah. What else? Okay, and then at the bottom I marked in going to Pilates. So yeah, that was great. Just our usual Thursday night class. And then what else am I marking down? Good question. I'm trying to work out which order I did these things in. And also, if you wanted to know, because I think I forgot to mention, but I'm using my Uniball Signo pen in 0.7, and I'm also using the Pilot G2 in 0.35, not 35, 0.38, because I was able to pick some up from Officeworks. Because I went to a different Officeworks and they had them, because my local one never has them in stock for whatever reason. But yes, so I marked in watching a K-drama on Netflix because I started watching Hello My 20s, which is a K-drama on Netflix. It has 2 seasons, but the seasons are both quite short. Because I had posted on my Tumblr, which is like a personal social media, I guess, but I posted like my to watch list because I just have a tendency just to add things to my to watch list, and then I don't know, if I see something about it then I'll watch it, and then otherwise it's just in my to watch list forever until it kind of catches my attention. So I posted a list of my like to watch list, particularly for like K-dramas, and sort of asked anyone like which one they would recommend. And someone was very, very kind and was like, oh, I recommend these 2, like, because I watched these ones, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, so I started watching it and I was enjoying it. So I did message them back and say, oh, I started this and thank you for, recommending it, that kind of thing. So yeah. And I also marked in that I had a nap on Thursday because, again, I was just dealing with low energy, and I also usually nap after my injections because I have to take an antihistamine afterwards, and that just knocks me out. So yeah, which I will go back to when I go back to my sort of full spread. You'll see the stickers that I'm in, but I used a Netflix sticker which was from Paper Crown Planner, I think. Yes, and then the sleeping mask from the GP Studio. So anyways, moving on to Friday, I uploaded my February monthly plan with me. So the YouTube icon is from Arctic Paper Studio, and then I had another driving lesson that day, so I just used the car icon from the kit. So yeah, I can't remember what we did this day. I think we just did normal driving, and then I think on the Tuesday we were working on one of the like maneuvers that's on the test where you have to like go into the driveway, reverse out of the driveway, and then sort of like do that kind of thing. But yeah, this day we just did our usual sort of like drive around. And then I did do another grocery run this day. What did I buy this day? I honestly don't remember. But I did do a grocery run this day. So yes, and then, oh yes, I think this day I went because I like wanted to get like snacks, I think, like chocolate or something, because I was like craving chocolate. And my mum was like, oh, well, while you go, can you get these things as well? Like, I think we needed to get like bin liners and like some other things. So I did that. I was like, now I remember. Anyway, so that icon, that character is from Starlight Paper Studio. And then again, it was a rainy day, which it was so funny because I finished my driving lesson, had my lunch, and then went to the grocery store, the supermarket, whatever you want to call it. And then as soon as I got into my driveway, it started like sprinkling with rain, you know, that very like light rain. And then eventually it just rained more and more. So I thought that was so funny. But yeah, that Maru is from Paper Milk. And now that I've realized, I should have put the Maru on the other side. But anyways, regardless. So yeah, and then I used the other scene on Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, and this is what I mean with the two girls that are like the same girl but in different hair and skin options, because the blonde one was in the kit and then the dark-haired one was on the extra add-on sheet, which I realized this while I was planning, but I should have swapped the fashion girls that I used and used the other, like this blonde fashion girl on the Monday and then the one that I used on Monday here, because yeah, both girls are like the same girl basically, just in different hair options. But I think in my brain I just messed up because again, this planner is Monday to Thursday on the left side, and I'm so used to a planner that is Monday to Wednesday, because I did use an Erin Condren for like 3 years or something like that, and I did also use inserts as well, which had a similar layout. So I think in my head I just kind of miscalculated the number of boxes and how it worked, but I still really liked how this spread turned out anyways. So then on Saturday I just marked in my Apple Music bill, which just comes out of my Apple account. So yes, I have been using that, which I personally prefer Apple Music to Spotify. I don't really, like, I go on Spotify to check new releases and add things to playlists and whatnot. But I do use my iPod a lot, and so I prefer Apple Music because I can just download all my songs to my iPod and it's all there in one place, and you know, but that's just personal preference. I don't know, I never really got into the whole like, oh my god, use Spotify kind of thing, because I always had an iPod. So I don't know, maybe that's just a me thing. And then I had another lazy day on the Saturday because my mum worked that day and it was rainy, and I also think I didn't sleep that well the night before because I have a terrible sleep schedule. So yeah, and then I marked in starting some Google modules because I am doing one of the many Google sort of like marketing courses that they do, like those marketing certifications that they do, because I actually have a public relations and journalism background. Like that's what I did at university, but a lot of the jobs at the moment are in marketing, which is very frustrating, and obviously I have no marketing background, so I thought I would give like one of these free certifications a go, to see if maybe that'll help, because I know that some jobs do ask you to have the Google certifications. So yeah, so I just started working on that, which was very interesting. I did also wash my hair that day, and then I did place an order with Planet Beautiful because Sarah announced that she will be closing her shop, I think towards the end of the month. So yeah, I thought I would pick up a couple of kits from her, and then I did pick up a few other stickers. But yeah, very sad because Planet Beautiful is a shop that I have ordered from quite a few times before. But you know, life moves on. And I have considered closing my shop multiple times, so I understand, you know, the thought process that goes behind it. So yeah, so that wash hair sort of girl is from Fox and Cactus. The little pencil and paper is from Starlight Paper Studio, and then the credit card was from the kit. And then I marked in on Sunday that I had to pay my phone bill, which I just pay my dad for my phone bill. I had a lazy day, so that lazy day script is from Exo Mama Plans. I had super low energy this day. I think it was just me being stressed, me being overwhelmed, and I think also I am a little bit hormonal, so that is that. And I think also the weather as well just kind of drains my energy and whatnot, so that didn't help. So I just used this little stick girl, which is from Stick with Bonbon. And then at the bottom I marked in booking Pilates and yoga for the upcoming weeks. Well, Pilates for the upcoming week, which is the week that we're currently in, and then I did book my yoga sessions for the last 2 weeks of the month because I had already booked my yoga class for this current week. And then at the bottom I marked in watching a K-drama, which is called Vincenzo, and it is on Netflix. It is a TVN drama, which I love TVN dramas so much. I don't think there's been one TVN drama that I've hated, which TVN is a cable network in Korea, but most of their K-dramas do get put onto Netflix. So yeah, I think I started it like Saturday night, or like Sunday early morning, I guess. And I watched like a few episodes, and then I pretty much caught up to all the episodes that had been released by the end of Sunday night. So yeah, here is the finished spread. And I really love how this turned out. I was super, super happy with this spread. I did add the deco pieces at the top, and I also filled in my dinners. And yeah, and you can see my sidebar as well, which I have this week's section and next week's section, and then tracking my Duolingo and reading, which I did pretty badly with my reading this past week, but I did okay with Duolingo. So yeah, so here's what I have left from the kit, which I have quite a few like icons and whatnot, but I can pull those into other spreads. I was just pointing out the flags that I wish those were a little smaller. I don't know if they've been updated in her newer kits. I will have to check because I do have a newer kit which I'll be using in June. So yeah, and I think I also mentioned that this is an essentials kit, and I had like a decent amount left over, and the kit that I have to use in June is a full kit because the essentials were sold out. So yeah, we'll see how I go with that. And then here is the sort of like functional sort of sidebar page, which obviously I don't really use a sidebar in this planner. And then some of the other icons, like not icons, but things I couldn't really use, like the class and work stickers, but you know, I will still save them. So yeah, that is it for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe, and as always, I will leave all the links to all the shops down below, and don't forget to let me know your thoughts on catching up on some spreads. So yeah, that's it for this video. But I really wanna tell you that I still get goosebumps whenever you